joining me here today. I would like to thank the members of the Erie County Department of Environment and Planning who joined us here to talk about what is seriously one of the issues that people in this community don't often know about but need to know more about. We are joined not only by our Deputy Commissioner for Environmental Planning, Tom Hersey, but Frank Scarpinato, Paul Kranz, and what's again, forget Lisa? Lisa, thank you. The Department of Environment and Planning is on the front lines of dealing with this issue and handling radon issues across Erie County. And I want to thank them for all that they do to educate, inform, and to let the public know about the issues that radon brings, but also in helping them deal with the problem. You may think that to call it a radon issue is an overstatement, but if you look at this map, you'll see that radon is a very serious concern here in Erie County. Indeed, while in most homes across the nation, only 6% of homes nationwide have elevated levels of radon. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, here in Erie County, 23% of the homes have elevated levels of radon. With over 20,000 deaths each year, radon exposure is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States and the #1 cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States for those who are non-smokers. This colorless, odorless radioactive gas occurs naturally in soil and rock, and it enters homes through cracks in the foundation and other openings in walls, basements, and any other way that it potentially could get into a home. It's even possible for one to have elevated levels of radon while a neighboring home does not, just basically because of where you're situated. You won't notice radon when you sleep, because as we noted, it's odorless, it's colorless, but this silent cancer-causing gas gets in just the same. The only way to know if you have radon in your home is to test for it. And Deputy Commissioner Mr. Hersey here has test kits that are available. Testing can be done through do-it-yourself home test kits that are available on the market at hardware stores or through a professional testing firm, or test kits are available here through the Erie County Department of Environment and Planning for $8. For $8, an individual has an opportunity to check their home to test for elevated levels of radon to ensure that they are protected, that they actually do not have this colorless, odorless gas coming into their house. This is a service that we offer through Erie County. It's very, very low cost. But by doing it, we allow people to have the peace of mind to know that they're living in a home that is not going to kill them. Cracks in other foundations, openings should be sealed. Although further measures are usually needed if elevated levels of radon are present, but you'll never know if you have an elevated level until you actually do a test. So we ask each and everybody, especially in these zones here, on this map you will see that the caseload, the cases per household in certain areas of the county are much elevated than other ones. I happen to live in the city of Buffalo in an area that actually has almost no cases, at least above a certain level. But unfortunately, many of our fellow county residents live in areas that actually have elevated, highly elevated levels, and they do need to test. It's never too late to reduce your risk of cancer. Although lung cancer can be treated, the survival rate is very low if you don't get it too soon. And unfortunately, when it comes to radon, you need to know about that problem as soon as possible. This month, I've declared as Radon Action Month in Erie County, signed a proclamation earlier, declaring the entire month of Radon Action Month. That is one of the reasons why we're here today, to not only talk about the impact that radon can have, but to let the public know about these significant issues that we do have here in Erie County. When you have a gas that's odorless and colorless, people don't think about it. I have to admit, on a daily basis, I'm not thinking about it. Until I was presented the evidence from our Department of Environment and Planning, I'd totally forgotten about this, and I know this is not the first time you've talked about it. So you have talked about it in the past. So during Radon Action Month, the Erie County Department of Environment and Planning, in conjunction with the EPA and the New York State Department of Health, will be increasing efforts to educate the public about the dangers of radon and what can be done to minimize the health risk that can result from this gas. When more people are aware of the problem and how to correct it, health risks will diminish. I ask each and every one of the residents, especially those that are in the areas of high elevation, to take action, to do what's necessary, and the first thing that's necessary is for you to find out if you have elevated levels in your home. Don't make an assumption just because a neighbor does a test and it comes down with low levels that means your house is low. Because of the way the system is, one neighbor could be very low and the next neighbor could be very high. The only way to find out is to actually have a test performed. You can buy test kits over the counter. We also offer them here through the Department of Environment and Planning, and they are available for ordering through the Department of Environment and Planning's website. So, at this time, I thank you for joining me here today. We'd be glad to answer any questions you may have on the issue regarding radon. I will provide this proclamation to our friends in the Department of Environment and Planning, and we certainly do ask each and every one of the citizens, especially in the zones that are much elevated compared to other areas of the county, to take action. We don't come out and test, but we provide the test kits for you to test, and then we can check and make sure the results are accurate. So at this time, I'd be glad to answer any questions you have on this subject matter.
Is there any